All right. Good morning, everybody. Randy here. Wanted to do a quick video talking about something that I'm very much excited about, and I'm going to walk you through again from beginning to end because it's important that you folks out there understand, how to properly go about doing something. Now, first things first, I have a son from a previous relationship before I came into knowing, how this whole world works and deciding to move and things of that nature. And, his mother decided not to, walk with me, which is fine. But we do have an excellent relationship. We have a beautiful relationship. Why? Because we communicate, and we respect one another. And even though we do not agree on matters of faith, we understand that it's important for the child that we did have together that, we maintain a certain decorum and certain posture when it comes to raising our son. Because at the end of the day, we have a child together. And it's very important that, although that we're not together, we do work together. For the betterment of our son, and he's still in the South Jersey area. And recently we had some challenges in terms of with school, and this is why we say, get your kids out of this public school system. He ran into some challenges, and he's going to be home for a couple of days. And I understand, why he ran into these challenges. Because he was pushed and prodded by somebody, and what I'm saying, they suspended him. And I understand where that comes from. So the situation is that me and his mother is working together, and she's going to look into some homeschooling curriculum programs until June, until he comes out here, and then he'll pretty much be out here going forward. And that goes back to when we first started. We're not together. However, I kept the lines of communication open. I kept things positive, and we both kept things positive in spite of the fact that we were not together. And that's why it's so important, because many of you out there, whether it's you're a prepper, a survivalist, or you're in the faith or whatever, you may have to, depart from your family in order to protect your family. And a big reason why I came out here as well is that, I wanted to make sure that I was in a situation that when things go awry in this world, and they will, when things go awry in this country, and they will, that I was in a situation where I can provide for, my children, my firstborn son. And since then, I could not have been able to do the moves that I made without a good rapport and relationship with the mother of my child. And because, she could have levied all types of garnishments and child support and all of that stuff, and I never had to deal with any of that stuff because, she knows that, I'm the type of man that I provide for my family. And she's never, had to worry about me in that area, even when we was out, in the world. She never had to worry about a roof over her head, or anything like that, even though she worked and I worked, a typical suburban family. I had a job, she had a job, we lived in a home, picket fence, all that other stuff. But, it's important that if you are out there, that you try and work with your, the mother of your child, because, it's important to have, a father in a son's life, because in this day and age we live in a society where these men, they get with the mother, but they're not interested in the children. They're really not. They're just really interested in sexual relations with the mother. And it's a sad thing, but that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Dudes out there is greasy, and that's why, I tried to make sure that I kept a certain level of relationship with her, so that so I can deal with that, and that when it came time, and it is time now, he's 9 years old, that I can pull him out of that situation. He can live a separate and set apart life with his father. And, I can teach him how to be a man. I can teach him how to grow and develop. And if I didn't maintain that relationship, this probably would not have happened. This land would not have happened, because, man, them vultures and the child support and the system, man, they tear you to shreds, man. And I know cats that got $100,000 worth of child support debt, and cops is picking them up, and they go into jail and stuff because of back child support payments. Man, you want to avoid that situation totally. So like with any relationship, open communication is very, very, very important, and communication is a two-way street. So the idea is that you want to communicate. You want to reach out to that, or it could be anybody. You want to reach out to those people. And it's amazing, if I just text messaged her the entire time, that's not texting is not communication. It's just making a phone call or sitting down and working with the mother of your child, or anybody for that matter, to work out and resolve those issues, because the most important thing is the vitality and health of that relationship for the benefit of your child. That my son is very important to me, and I'm thankful and blessed that I was able to handle this situation right, so that my son can be in a better situation. Because in South Jersey, that Willingboro school system, he lives in Willingboro, New Jersey. It's a bad school system out there. It's real crappy from the school system that I had him in when we were living in a small town just not too far from there. But her parents had a house out there, and so that's where she went. So it's important to communicate. It's important to work with the mother of your child if you're in this kind of situation. And if you do that, you will bear the fruit. And it's all about how do you correctly deal with these situations, as opposed to incorrectly deal with these situations. Because it's getting bad out there. It's getting real bad. And I don't want my son caught out there. You don't want your children caught out there. You want them out of this wicked system. You want them out. And so you do whatever you can to maintain a good rapport with these women, even though if you're not with them. I know there's certain systems and certain circumstances where it's not going to work out. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to get hit with child support. You're going to be hit with, you know what I'm saying, all of the drama because of bitterness and anger. But the beautiful thing about our situation is there's no heaviness, there's no bitterness, there's no anger, there's no hatred. There's none of that between us. And she watches the videos. And I thank her for that, because we work together. We don't work against one another. And again, even though we're not together, we understand the importance that a father needs to be with the son, and the son needs to be raised by the father. So, hope I was able to say something that was encouraging to everybody out there that may be in this situation. And there's a lot of people that aren't in this situation. And you're not going to be able to, deal with everything. But, I'm thankful that this situation is working out for our benefit and to benefit our child. So, remember, key, respect, communicate, respect, and pray to the Father. You know what I'm saying? That things work out. And you will be blessed, like I have, to be able to raise my son in an environment where it's healthy and it's love and it's you're surrounded by like-minded people. Have a blessed day. Peace.